What is going on, guys? Welcome to Mr. Chelsea Cameron. Welcome to a video I didn't expect to do, but I'm going to do it. And you could argue it's a rant, and in one respect it is, but in another respect it's not. Yeah, it is really. But it is this whole Jose Mourinho and the doctor Eva, this whole controversy and thing with people losing their shit over it, and Chelsea fans on a page I'm follow on Facebook going, I hate Mourinho. Mourinho's a dick. Mourinho's an embarrassment. Wenger now. Hang on a minute. You're moaning about what he did to Wenger and Mrs. Benitez. Number one, Wenger bit was that was funny. There's always been beef between Arsene Wenger and Jose Mourinho. That's part of the reason why we love him so much, because he represents us in a way. So seriously, even though 2 weeks ago you were all laughing that off and going, "Oh, this is why we love you, Mourinho," now you're using that against him. And the same as the whole Benitez incident. I mean, come on, Chelsea fans, some of them are absolutely deluded. It really is starting to piss me off. I got called blind yesterday, a Jose Mourinho fanboy. I'm not a Jose Mourinho. I love Jose Mourinho, yes, and I do think, in one respect, he's gone about this possibly in the wrong way. But at the end of the day, he's the boss. If he thinks that what she did was wrong, he has every right to ban her. He has every right to ban her. I think he's been harsh by banning her. But I don't disagree with what he's saying. They do go on the pitch too easily. They do have to read the game a little bit better. The fact of the matter is, and I emphasise this, if it wasn't for the fact that men found her attractive and she was a woman, none of this would be a problem. This would not be in the media. This would not be blown out of proportion. Nobody, to be honest with you, would particularly care. It's just because she's an attractive woman, and, you know, the whole gender issue, again, people trying to make it about gender. That's the problem here. That's the fact. And people who can't accept that are deluded, quite simply. The people who are disrespecting Mourinho are starting to get on my nerves. I mean, we are all entitled to our own opinion, and that's fine. But to say you hate a guy who has done so much for this club and is the sole reason that we are where we are today in regards to win what we won last year, because let me tell you, if we wouldn't have had Mourinho as manager the past 2 years, we wouldn't have won what we did last year. Okay, we're not where we are. No, we're where we are because of other reasons. But what I meant by that is we would not have been as successful as we were last season if it wouldn't have been for Mourinho coming in, building that team, and then doing it next year. He is by far the best manager, in my opinion, in the world. And for people to go, they hate him and they want him out after this incident, is absolutely ridiculous. You need to stop looking at her tits and her ass and actually read the situation and actually think to yourself, yes, maybe he's acted a little bit harshly. However, in some respects, you can understand what he's saying, and more than likely, this is just PR to take the attention away from the team, because that's what Mourinho does. Whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it, you can't disagree with it, really. Look how it worked last season. To take it away so people aren't talking about the Manchester City game, and for all we know, Mourinho could not have banned her. It might not be him. She may not be banned, and number two, she may not be on the bench next weekend or this weekend against Manchester City, but more than likely, in my opinion, she'll be back at some point this season on the bench. So for me, there is seriously no reason for people to overact. Why aren't people talking about the other guy? I think his name's John, who's been demoted as well. Why is all the attention on Eva? Goes back to my point, because that is the reason. All these you know, Chelsea fans, or so-called Chelsea fans, disrespecting Mourinho and saying he was a joke and he should be sacked. You know, and justice for Eva. I mean, come on. Come on. She has a job. He feels like she didn't do it. He's made the decision, or maybe he hasn't. We don't know 100% yet, so we're all jumping to conclusions. He hasn't sacked her. He has just demoted her and said, she is very talented and she's done a lot for the club, and she's a fantastic physio. And she's responded fantastically to this, and more than likely Mourinho it will all be sorted out in a couple of weeks anyway. But it does really annoy me because it is in my opinion, it is the fact that men are attracted to. Otherwise, they really would not care. If this was a grown man, I honestly would say, number one, the media wouldn't really care about it, and number two, the so-called Chelsea fans who are calling Mourinho, you know, I hate Mourinho and I want him out. I think it's a little ridiculous. You can be disappointed in Mourinho, don't get me wrong. You can hate Mourinho if you want to, but I think you're absolutely pathetic. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please like my thoughts on the EVA and Jose Mourinho drama, or drama as it's being made by the media, and people saying, oh, it's damaging the reputation of the club. I'm sorry, this club with the media has a terrible reputation as it is. This is not affecting it. And the main reason for that is because they're jealous. But at the end of the day, this is not damaging the reputation. You only have to look to last year at some of our Chelsea fans in the PSG game. That didn't help. Mourinho is not the reason why this club is looked down on at all. You know, a lot of it's jealousy. Some of it, obviously, people latch onto a group of fans, which every club has. But yeah, the media don't like us. It's as simple as that. So it's not Mourinho's fault. Let's get over it. Why are we being Arsenal fans? We're overreacting over everything. Should Mourinho have done it behind closed doors? Well, all he did really was criticise his team in a post-match interview. He wasn't rude. He just said they were naive, which I don't think is rude. I think in some respects is justified. So, in my opinion, he's not technically done anything publicly. He didn't publicly fire her. It's come out that he's fired her. But that's just a rumour, number one. It hasn't been confirmed by Jose Mourinho. And how do we know that it was Jose Mourinho? He hasn't publicly done that. He has obviously spoken to her. Someone's spoken to her behind the scenes, and this other guy, John, as well. And told them that they're going to be demoted. That's not been done publicly. It's been leaked, but everything's leaked nowadays. You know, that's just the way it works. So for me, I think it's pathetic. I really do. I'm not team Mourinho. I'm not team anyone. I'm just saying that it is a little bit ridiculous. I do think she should be back on the bench, as well as the other guy as well, John, I think his name is. I think they should be back on the bench. Mourinho's dealt with it how he's dealt with it. Why do people keep going on about it? It was fucking Saturday. Why are we? It's Wednesday. Why are we still going on about it? I'm going on about it before you say, for the simple reason is it's pissing me off. The people are going on about it, and the only reason they actually care is because they find her attractive. I've repeated myself 100 times, but that is it for this video. I know loads of people are going to disagree with me, but guess what? I don't care. Up the Blues. We're going to beat Manchester City at the weekend. Well, probably not. We're going to probably draw or get thrashed, but at the end of the day, you got to believe we're going to beat Chelsea. Chelsea? No, we're not, because we are Chelsea. We're going to beat Manchester City. I'll get my words out in the end. I'll be back with the preview and a review after the game. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Well, probably not, because I'll probably piss you all off, but yeah.